You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Excited to bring you another Girl Scouts oven cookie making video. This is going to be for the caramel coconut and the peanut butter sandwich cookies. These are the refill packs and do not come with the oven, but you can get them. If you want to learn more about that, actually go to wickedcooltoys.com. We'll have a link in the description. But for now, I think I want to make the caramel coconut ones first. So when I come back, I'll get started with those. All right, so let's take a look at the pack. Now, it should tell us if we need anything. For use with the Girl Scouts cookie oven, ages 8+, we know that. And then remember now, the picture of the one there is the real one. The one we're going to make looks like this, so it is different. I'm not sure if it's going to have all that nicely toasted coconut on top. And this is everything that comes with it, caramel coconut topping. So it's a caramel coconut topping you're going to mix together. It's got the flavor in it. So let's just take a look here. Let me get it out of the package and we'll see all the packets. Ooh, the most packets we've ever seen so far. Let's see. Let's sort them out. Shortbread cookie, caramel coconut topping, chocolate, okay, more chocolate. So we will need one of each. So I'll take a cookie mix, a chocolate, and a caramel topping. And my instructions. So I'm going to just do a quick reset up here. We'll come back and we'll get started. Okay, here we go. Step 1. And by the way, if you want to learn more about the oven, go to video 1. That shows you the box and all that information. We are now on video 3. Look in the description. Spray the tray with cooking spray. I'll put that off to the side. Don't need it. I actually don't need that right away either. And then first things first is to get the mix ready. So here we go. Let's move that out of the way. Not like the other ones, you just get your mix going in the bowl, which you provide. Remember, you got to provide some things on your own. I'm sure you all have a bowl and a little mixing spoon to use. Okay, that's set. And then again, it's the 5 milliliters. I show you a little bit more in previous videos the best way to use this. I go past the 5 with my stopper till I see it and then move right to the bowl because it will drip out. Okay. That's it. Now just mix. And you will see it does take a little bit of time. You have to keep pushing it around. Don't worry, don't add water. That's the worst thing you can do. And then there's steps where you got to refrigerate after they come out of the oven, and then, you know, depending on how the toppings are for each mix. So study those directions. You know, a lot of times I try to give you all of the steps, but sometimes I forget and maybe miss something or forget to tell you, oh yeah, put that in the refrigerator. So, you know, that can't happen. But I do try to give you as complete of the process as possible. And I find that at some point, like in past videos, like the last video actually, it's just easier to grab it and mix it with your fingers. So make sure you have clean hands before you start. Okay, it's okay. There you go. This is the part where I move in now. So let's see. Mixture may look dry, but do not add water. It's crucial not to add water. So just mix it a little bit like this. Using your hands, roll the batter in 6 cookies in the baking pan and press down slightly. So you want a hole in using the tip of your butter knife or plastic knife, carefully create holes in the center of each cookie. So that is kind of bypassing any kind of cookie cutter. You're going to create your own center hole. I might just use the tip of the tool for water, but I don't want to get it dirty because I'll need it for the second cookie. See how it all just starts to build up? Scrape off your fingers. Now it's going to be easier to kind of judge your 6 cookies. I've been pretty good in the other videos. There's a nice ball of dough. Okay, so I'll just break it off and then kind of feel where I'm at on size. And then 6. That first one was the smallest one, so get all the remnants in there. Okay, I say that's pretty close. You know what would be a good tool, like a chopstick, the round part of a chopstick. Hold on a second. Okay, not too far. There we go. So I'll just shape this in my hands. And then I'm going to create the hole right through the cookie with my chopstick. Look at that. I'll form it around so I get a nice open cookie hole. Hopefully that stays like that. Once again, if you don't have a chopstick, find something similar that gives you that hole. All right, so I'd say overall, it's going really nice. I'm just kind of going zoop. I'd say that one doesn't look as nice as the others. I might reshape it before I put them in. Sometimes I do spend a little bit more time reshaping them if I don't like the way they look, just to try to get them as close as possible. But I just wanted to show you the process here that I'm using. You can spend even more time making your cookies. Okay, there you go. Let's take a close look. I think they look good. And it's time to put them in the oven. All right, here we go. This is what they look like. So it's 7 to 8 minutes. So I have my timer off to the side, and I will set that. And you put the tray there, and then like before, you slide it always all the way across. You know, make sure your oven is in the on position, and then we'll come back. Well, actually, let's take a look inside. All right, so here we go inside the oven. The cookies look really nice. So I have probably about 5 more minutes to bake them, and then when I do, I'll move them into the next position, so we'll do that next. All right, so like all the other cookies, you move this to the cooling section. It kind of stops there, and then you give it about 6 minutes. So when I come back, we'll take the cookies out and take a look at them. All right, here we go. Time to take them out. Slide this forward. Take the back of your spatula, and then you just kind of lock it in there. And remember now, they always recommend using a hot mitt or something. Okay, so there we go. Let's just see if they are sticking or not. Well, they come off pretty good. Let's look at the bottom while we're here. Nicely golden brown. Wow. Okay, so you can cut that time down just a little. Now, my oven's been on, so that could be it too. So now I can move them over here. And then I need to wash the pan. So I'm going to do that. Come back. These need to be refrigerated, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check to make sure after they come out of the cooling section. Place the plate with the cookies in the refrigerator for 5 minutes while the cookies are cooling. Clean and dry the baking pan. That is the next step. Then it's time for the toppings. Okay, so I'll be back with that. All right, here we go. This is a multi-step process. Now, I read ahead and it said add shredded or toasted coconut you have at home on top of the mixture to make your cookies even more delicious. Now, this is a 2-step process because the bottoms of these cookies need chocolate, and then they're also sprinkled on top. So I got to get the chocolate started. Then once the chocolate is started, I can do the caramel topping. So let me just spread that out, and then we'll move this stuff out of the way. So I have my coconut ready. Now I will toast that. I don't think I'll use my oven to toast it, but I will have it toasted in a toaster oven just to get a nice little brown on it. Then you put this up here, and then we'll check back in a little bit. Remember now, it gets hot up here, so if you have a little oven mitt to move this around, that works too. I'll be right back. All right, let's see. It's been a few minutes. Works good. Look at that. Ooh. All right, well, I think it looks like it's soft enough now to coat the bottom. And then what I'll do is I'll give this another minute or so, but I'll come back now and I'll do the caramel mixture. All right, so the caramel mixture is set. I just need to coat the bottoms. My chocolate is ready for that, so I'll just put them in there. It said evenly coat. 1. Because then you're going to put the caramel on top of this, on top of the cookie. 2. Now put these back in the refrigerator. So this hardens up on the bottom. 3. I'm putting a nice thick layer. The rest gets sprinkled on top. So see that? You can use a spatula too. They say use a butter knife or spatula. I chose to do this because I want a nice thick layer. Okay, so I'll set those off to the side. I'll put that back up there because I'll need that to keep heating. So I'll just get this set and then I'll put those in the fridge while we're here. So this is in a separate bowl. Okay, so that's why we have this one handy. Add the caramel coconut topping. And use the, okay, so you're going to put this, ooh, that smells good. And it smells like caramel and coconut. Okay, so there's little chunks in here. I see it. They're like little white chunks. I don't know, maybe I can isolate one. Well, there's a perfect one. So there it is. That looks like coconut. Doesn't break apart easy. Okay, now we need 3 milliliters of water. mLs. It's close. Gotta drip a little bit out. There we go. So I'll mix this, put everything in the fridge for a few minutes, come back, toast my coconuts, and we will put this all together. Ooh, look at that. Now you see all the chunkies in there. See all the little chunkies? Okay. I will come back probably in about a minute. It won't take long to refrigerate those. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so I toasted some coconut. Now, I didn't show you that whole process because not everybody's going to have coconut, and you don't need coconut. It's just something they recommend. These were in the fridge. See how nice they are on the bottom now. And now you got to coat each one with the caramel topping. So here we go. Let's just let it drizzle down, huh? I'll just put some on each cookie, maybe. I don't think I wanted to hit the center on that cookie, but it went down in the center. Let me do it this way. Maybe it'll be easier than. There we go. I'll clean out the center. And let me just do it that way again. So for one, it's easier for you to watch, isn't it? Up here than way down there. But sometimes I'm too close and sometimes I'm too far. You can tell it's sticky, right? I still need to drizzle the chocolate. I can put my toasted coconut on there. Okay. Wow, it's been a process going through every cookie that they have. And I still have one more to go. I think this one has the most steps and is the most involved. There we go. And the last one, and I have just enough, look. Let me just get all this out. Okay. Ooh, touched. You touched. You're now best friends, those two cookies. All right, next step. Let's see. So after that, in a bowl, add the caramel home, stir to combine. Eating them okay. Be a smart, add shredded or toasted coconut you have at home. Okay, so let's just see what's going on here with this. Shredded coconut. Let me move this cookie away from this cookie. Okay. Clean up some of my caramel runoff. Find the center to this guy. Or close to it. This guy's center got extra caramel in it as well. Okay. And I'll sprinkle on my own little coconut. I chopped it up just a little. That's why it's uneven like you see it. Being mini cookies. Could have chopped it up just a little bit more. Okay, now it's drizzle the chocolate, right? Let's see. Using the tip of a butter knife or plastic knife, take the rest of the chocolate flavor coating. Decorate the iconic chocolate stripes. All right, here we go. Let's see if it's drippy enough. It looks drippy enough. I don't like the spoon. Let me try this. Going like this, a little bit closer here. It's almost like it needs to be just a little bit drippier, right? Ooh, look at that. Yeah, I think I want to heat this up just a little bit more. I'm not liking the stripes on that one. Just needs to be a little bit softer, I think. All right, I'm going to heat this up a little bit more on top, and then I will come back and finish these up. All right, I gave it another few minutes just to be safe. I wonder if I should just put it in like a microwave bowl and really give it a... like a minute or two, not a minute or two, like 10 seconds in the microwave. Well, if you're watching this and you see what I'm going through, then you know maybe give it... Ooh, that one came out good. It's hard to put that many stripes on such a miniature cookie. That's going to be my favorite one right there. You know which one I'm going to eat first? That one, because it's the one that looks the worst. But overall, they look good to eat, don't they? There, at least I get a couple stripes on each one. So that's what I would probably do next time. I'd probably heat this up in a bowl. It just doesn't seem to get hot enough to do this technique. Ooh, look at that. They still look good though. Okay, what's next? Okay, remove the plate. Oh, let's see. I think that's it. It says, oh, put in the refrigerator for 5 more minutes. I think a little bit on that strip. That's my favorite one right there. So I will come back in 5 minutes. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm going to wait to taste these. I'll be back. All right, there we go. The first batch is resting right now in the refrigerator. Now we are on to the peanut butter sandwich cookies. Now I notice here it says Sweet Sandwich Creations, peanut butter, ice cream, jelly, and more. So it's up to you now what goes in the center, I believe. So it's up to us to just make the tops and bottoms of the cookies. So it looks like we might have to do double batch baking since there's 6 on a tray. So let's just see what's in the box or package here. And then we'll decide what we have to do. It's one of those things you don't know till you get into it and get started. All right, so here is the instruction booklet. Makes 12 cookies or 6 sandwiches. So you can make individual sandwiches or the actual cookies. So there's a sugar filling mix. Aha, so there is a center. Oatmeal cookie mix. Sugar filling mix. Oatmeal cookie mix. So let's do that. And then I'm going to just double check everything, make sure, and I will come back and we'll get started. All right, so you know the process. Spray your baking pan. I usually do that over here so we don't get anything all over the camera and or the tabletop. And then the next thing is to get ready to mix. So here we go. It's an oatmeal cookie mix. Time to make the batter. Pour the whole packet of oatmeal mix into the bowl. That's a simple process. Done. I usually like to sniff the powder. I don't know why. Yes, it smells like oats. And I see little oats in there too, which should stand out a little bit here. Okay, fill the cup. Okay, use 5 milliliters of water to the mix. Mixture may look dry. Do not add water. No, do not add water. So 5 milliliters. Here we go. Okay. And then let's get in here and get this done. Don't need anything else in the way. And you've seen me do this now a few times, and I have my ways. You might have your ways. Everybody does things a little bit differently. Okay. You just got to keep working it and working it, like I said before. Hey, you're in the way. Let's do this just on the mixing, huh? Nothing else in the way. Like I've told you before, I find it just easier to use my fingers and my hands, but I don't know, some people think that's disgusting. But I don't know, a lot of cooks, bakers, they use their hands a lot. That's what you sometimes just have to feel things. Like if you're making pasta. Your hands are the most important tool in the kitchen. Okay, see how it's starting to get pressy now? I'm going in. I'm going in with my hands. Just like oatmeal cookies, I guess. You'll just notice it'll start to change. You'll just feel it, you know. Yes, it's just starting to get that consistency, and then all of a sudden your whole little bowl is cleaned up and there's no powder. It's all worked into the cookies. So since I have to make double layers, I'm thinking I might just make the 6 and then make 3 stacked cookies. How's that? 3 cookie sandwiches. I'm not sure I want to go through the process of mixing a whole other batch. I guess I could have made a double batch, but look at that now. See what I mean? It's all starting to get utilized into the dough or batter, whatever they call it. Okay, here we go. So now you want 6 cookies, eh? Clean off my hands. Okay. No particular shape, so I'm guessing these are going to need to be pretty thin, so. Wow, I think this is my best batch so far in regards to getting it just right. Okay. Let's take a look at them and see how thin I can get them to start. And I think what I'm going to do is take some wax paper and thin these out. I'll get them nice and round. You see all the oats in there now, the little pieces? 3. Those other ones looked really good. Can't wait to try them both. I hate to lose all this here. I'm going to do it. Okay. There you go. I don't think I have any wax paper handy, so I'm going to move over to the oven, press them over there, and get them in. All right, time to go in. I was just going to give them a little more of a press. So I wanted them round, but a little thinner, I think, to make them sandwiches. See them now? There we go. Here we are. Remember now, you just set that there, and then slide this over, and we are good to go. Let's take a look at them. There they are, baking inside, getting nice and toasty and ready for me to fill with something. So the next step after this, of course, now we've been through this a few times, but I like to, reiterate it in case this is the first video people are watching, is to move it back to the cooling area of the oven. So when I come back, we will do that next. All right, so now the cooling step of the process, just move it to the arrow and let it cool. So when I come back, we'll be taking them out. I'm getting all set for my peanut butter filling, but I need to get the cookies in the refrigerator. So you transfer that out. You get your tray grabber and also use a hot pad so you can have both here. There you go. And look at my cookies. Let's see if they're toasty on the bottom or not. All the other ones have been really toasty. Yes, nice and brown, so they look really good. So here we go. I'll finish this up, put these in the refrigerator, and then come back and fill them up. Then we'll taste these in our first batch. I will be back. All right, on the final step here. So these are all set to go. I should be able to make nice little sandwiches out of them. I might have pressed them just a little bit thinner, but that's how it worked. So filling mix. This is the sugar filling mix, that is. Let me cut this. And then you mix this with your peanut butter, okay? It was 1 teaspoon, I believe. Mixture. Measure and add 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. That's a lot of peanut butter. Look at this. 1 tablespoon. We'll make it a level tablespoon. I'm going to need another spoon to get that out. Oh, that came out really nice. So there we go. So it's going to be like a sugary peanut butter mixture. Hey, get out of here. We're going to need you anyway. I'll put you over there. So this gets spread between the layers, and then you're ready to eat your cookie. But what I'm going to do is come back and then clean up, get set, and then bring my 2 cookies in, and I'll taste them both together. Let me bring you back in here. Okay. Now you've seen the process. Here we go. I'll put my darker sides in. I'm not going to skimp on the filling, that's for sure. And then I have a sandwich. Okay. Crunch. Well, it's sure been a process to get to this last one. Now that you've gotten to this video, you should realize that there was 2 other videos showing all the other Girl Scout cookies. Which has been your favorite, at least looking cookie? I know I'm the only one that can taste them right now. Look at that. I maxed that one out. No waste. Okay, so I'm going to clean up, come back, and then bring in both cookies. All right, this is how I started last time. So I'll bring in my 3 delectable morsels on this side. Tasty peanut butter. And then now, yes, without further ado, take a look at those. And I will leave, well, I'll just move these here. They are sticky. See that? Sticky? Ooh, the coconut tastes good on these. Here, how about I put 4 on? Okay. And then I'll eat 1 off to the side here. I have it here. I'm going to try this one here, and we'll see what it tastes like. Here we go. Caramel coconut. Very good. And with the fresh coconut on top, it really gives you a nice coconut flavor. And now I get to try the peanut butter sandwich. Here we go. I'll do this one. I'll try to take a bite, but I'm assuming it's going to squish out on me. Not bad. These are the softest of all the cookies, the oatmeal. Ooh, that's good. I'm going to say these are pretty spot on. All of them have been really close. All right. I did it. Let me finish chewing, and then I'll finish up. So there you go. That is the complete set of cookies for the Girl Scouts cookie oven. And as always, we'll have more information in the description, links, especially to the other videos, and the wicked cool toys. And thanks for watching and supporting Lucky Penny Shop, giving our videos a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed all of this. I had fun making them. And thanks for watching, and let me know which has been your favorite cookie, which you'd like to try. And if you're a Girl Scout out there, let us know what you think. And thanks for watching. Later. If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS-Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
pick it up.
Thanks for watching.